discover and explore their own spiritual gifts. I'm also an angel intuitive, a mystic intuitive healer, and a published author, and I do many other things. And today is Tuesday, June 5th, 2018. In prepping for the show, I realized today is a master number, 11. 6 and 5 is an 11, and 2018, when added, is an 11, making today an 11-11 day. The angels give us many signs about certain things in our lives, and numbers happen to be one of the signs. So seeing 11-11 is a very powerful and spiritual sign for you to take inventory of where you are, what you are doing, and make sure it is positive. And it's time to reflect and think about what you want to manifest. What do you truly want to manifest? The most opportune time for manifesting is coming up next week with our new moon, and I believe it's June 13th. So it's also a good reminder for you not to give up on your dreams. Keep going. You're supported. The angels are right there with you. Just ask for their help, and you can achieve all you desire and all you deserve in life. So right now, I'd like to open with a prayer. Please join me. Dear Archangel Raphael and your healing band of angels, please surround us with your healing light and energy to restore us in good health on all levels. We claim divine and perfect health, physical health, divine and perfect emotional health, divine and perfect mental health, and divine and perfect spiritual health. We call upon and invoke the presence of Archangel Michael and your band of angels to lift up all lower energies in our world and transmute them to loving, positive energies and return them to Mother Earth. We ask God, Great Spirit, Source of all, Creator's light, to surround and heal all that is. Amen. So before I introduce tonight's special guest, let me get a little business out of the way here. First, we want to thank you all for listening to International Angels Network. We are the network that explores and discusses everything spiritual, metaphysical, and mystical. We have shows with many spiritual entrepreneurs where we discuss subjects on archangels, angels, spirit guides, deceased loved ones, manifesting, also fairies and energy healing, and many other spiritual and metaphysical topics. You can tune into our shows Mondays through Thursdays and 2 shows on Saturday. So thank you for joining us, and invite your friends and family to join us. You can subscribe to our network on Blog Talk and join us in the chat room, or subscribe on iTunes. You can listen to us on Potable, Podbean, and now Google Play. And those of you on social media can listen to us on Facebook Live and Instagram. And you can actually call in on our Facebook Live and Instagram fan pages. When we're live, just click call and it'll take you directly to the show. Plus, we take your calls live on air for your questions. We'd like to thank you all for sharing this time with us and being a part of our network family. The last half of the show, we'll be taking your questions on today's topic. So give us a call at 1-516-453-9162. That's 1-516-453-9162. You can listen to the show there, or press 1 if you have a question, and this will get you in the queue. And also, if you live outside of the U.S., go to the Blog Talk website and you'll see the Skype icon. And you can call us for free while we're live. On your Skype keypad, press 1 if you'd like to ask a question, and this will put you in the queue. We would also like to invite you to visit our website at www.internationalangelsnetwork.com, where we provide many courses, or you can learn about our hosts and their events, our previous shows, and you're also invited to join our exclusive International Angels Network Facebook group. Or if you have a passion to share and you'd like to be a guest on one of our radio shows, fill out the short form and we'll be in touch with you shortly. A big thank you to Sunday Sturgeon for her love and support of International Angels Network. Her new book, Warrior Women with Angel Wings, Born to Love, which I am happy to say I am a co-author in, is available on Amazon. And this is the fourth book in the collection and another wonderful filled addition to the series of the Warrior Men and Women series by Joe and Sunday Sturgeon. So order your copy today and enjoy these empowering stories of faith, courage, peace, and love. All of this information and more is available on our website at www.internationalangelsnetwork.com. Or maybe you or someone you know is interested in the book series, or you have questions, or maybe you have a question about becoming an author. Contact us at internationalangelsnetwork@gmail.com or contact Sunday at sundaysturgeon@gmail.com. We're happy to be in service. Our network is sponsored by Audible by Amazon. So go to www.audibletrial.com/International Angels Network and try it for free for a month, which in turn helps support our online network. Plus, just for trying Audible, you get a free audio book. Audible offers over 180,000 titles, and one being our Thursday night host, Dr. Ruth Anderson's One Love, Divine Healing at Open Clinic. So redeem your free audiobook at www.audibletrial.com/International Angels Network. That's a wonderful offer for our listeners. And there's no contract. You can cancel it at any time. Plus, you get to keep the free audiobook at no charge. So that's a great deal. Tonight, I am delighted to introduce you to our guest, author, teacher, energy healer, metaphysician, Dr. Cesily DeAngelo. Dr. DeAngelo is a metaphysician, a workshop facilitator, and author. She is also a raw vegan chef, and she wanted to do more in the holistic field and holds a degree in parapsychology. She is a master Reiki, prana, and Muay Thai instructor, a color therapist, vibration therapist, a doula, and a counselor. She has also written several books: It's Vegan and It Tastes Good, Manifestation Workbook 1, and The Alchemist Culinary Alchemy for Healing. She has created an internet TV show and a radio show, Food Alchemy Network. She is also a gemstone instructor, providing workshops and conferences for women, yoni healing, and workshops and conferences for men, lingam healing, and workshops for all on detoxing and other things to keep the body safe. And she also has a product line for the body, from hair to oral care to alchemy herbal desserts, and that's Dr. Cesily DeAngelo products. This is one busy light worker. So coming to us live all the way from Hawaii, let's bring her on air now. Hi, Dr. DeAngelo.
Hello, how are you? Aloha.
Aloha, or howdy as we say in Texas. Oh, thank you so much for taking time to visit with us.
No problem. It was wonderful. I've been listening, and basically you remind me of my friend, Dr. Ron Bates, and he's part of the Angel Network. And I was like, oh, wow. So it was wonderful to be a guest. I was like, well, okay, it's all in alignment. So I've been watching you guys and looking and really just in all of the things that you're doing, which I was hearing about the audiobooks, you know, I was like, oh, that is really amazing that you have that and you give that to listeners for people that don't have that time, but can actually pop in and download it and listen and learn as they're on the go. So that is amazing. So congratulations, and to be able to sit here with you with fellow authors and give instructions and guidance and love and healing to others, which is also a blessing. So I thank you for welcoming me in your circle of being part of that.
Oh, Thank you, thank you. You know, you have so much going on. Are any of your books on Audible?
I'm working on it. That was, as you were saying that,
I was going to ask that question, didn't you?
Yes. I am really working on it. That's my next step to get these books on, because I was trying to work it on a tablet. And my first thing was the ebook, because a lot of people are not picking up paperbacks like they used to. So you have to be creative, which I didn't think about until later. How do you be creative? And that was like, okay, so you usually do a book tour. So how does a person do an ebook with a book tour and really get to know their fellow readers for them to understand and to work with? So I created the textbook manifestation workbook 1 for a self-abundance, for them to be able to go about reaching any dream they want. So this is going to be a long one, because it's like 48 chapters.
Oh, goodness. Well, you're doing so many things that we could talk about, so many different things. But I think my first question that our listeners might want to understand is, what exactly is a metaphysician?
A metaphysician is a person that basically heals the whole body, not just one part of the body. We work with the mind, body, and soul, which makes you a whole person. When you go to a doctor, they only deal with the organs and the physical part. And when you go to a naturopath, they're dealing with that as well, but they're looking at the symptoms, most likely if they're based in East medicine. When you're working with a herbologist or Chinese medicine, they're working and seeing what the symptoms are and actually what was the cause. So I wanted to go even deeper, not just look at the cause, but how does the body and spirit and mind all function together? How do they come whole? Because that is you. Right. You have a soul, you have a body, and you have a mind. So your esoteric plays a big part on your physical body. Your esoteric knows when you're going to get sick before you get sick, if that makes sense. So why not put it together and put metaphysical and a physician together that heals the whole body instead of separate entities?
Right, healing all parts of the body. Right.
Correct.
So what made you really want to become a metaphysician? You said you wanted to look deeper.
Right, deeper was that I've been reading, I've been, as people say, prophetic, if you wanted, since I've been 9 years old. I could tell who was going to die before they died. They would visit me, and that is an aku. Or in Santeria or Yoruba, it's called Aku. Aku means death walks with you, or death itself. So I was one of those gifted people that now you've seen Mr. Prague, Van Prague talks about. Well, I didn't know that was a field, because people in my time just like, okay, that's strange. So I knew it had to be something more. Like, there has to be something deeper that I'm missing. I'm missing some aspects. Like, I could feel the vibration of plants. And when I tell people that, I said, did you see how that plant leans towards this way or leans towards that way? And they look at me like, huh? I said, it's got to be something more. Like, plants don't lean. And I'm like, okay, every plant or tree I have in my house leans towards my house, like trying to get in my door. And I didn't notice that until my eldest at the time told me. She says, Mom, do you notice every place we live, the plants look like they literally trying to get in our house? And I stopped back and I looked and I was like, oh yeah, wow, I wonder what that's about. So, I didn't know, because I was chanting, I was reading, I was doing Reiki, I was just all about helping people. But when you change the frequency in your home and you bring in a more loving energy, it sends out a different frequency, and the plants want to be part of that loving energy versus the hurt. And people don't think, oh, well, if I say this, or they curse, or they're sad, or they're angry. Plants are energy too. They have vibration, they grow. That's why when people say, well, I'm a vegetarian. Oh, sorry about that. I'm a vegetarian. I said, think about that. You're still taking a life. It's still a life. A life is a life. Whether it's a plant or a human or animal, water, everything has energy, has a vibration. It's all
Right.
vibrations.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. The plants were loving the energy in your home. They were trying to get in. Let me have some of that.
So thank
Well,
you.
we're all, I'm sorry, honey.
I said thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome. We're all to be in service to others. So some think that this is a grand gesture. So tell our listeners how we can be in service to each other in our day-to-day lives.
Oh, wow. That was just, I wrote about that last week, which is I write affirmations for people to read daily. I think by smiling at someone every day or going out, and you might have a bad day, and I'm not saying, you got to just put on a false smile, but the thing is your vibration as you walk into a store and you're asking someone, how was your day? How are you feeling? You know what I mean? That changes somebody's vibration. You don't know if someone was on their way to commit suicide or they were thinking about like they've lost a loved one, but they're there because if they don't get there, the bills are not going to get paid. So they don't even have time to grieve. So they're in their grief moment. So your smile, the way you greet someone and say hello or say thank you, that little gesture means a lot to them because you might have brightened their day. Another customer might have come up and just been totally disrespectful and made them feel down, and they're like, why am I here? And just I'm going through the motions, but that gentle gesture of saying hello, how are you feeling, or even something as just smiling, saying, wow, that is wonderful. Or another thing is like they have on something that's beautiful. Like I like to say to a woman, you know what, that's a beautiful blouse that compliments your eyes. Or a gentleman, you're looking really wonderful today. That really like makes you glow. That is like something personal, and that makes them think, wow. It's not that you're trying to come on to the man or the woman. It's, wow, you're acknowledging like that, because we're taught in society to not help our sisters and our brothers. We're more tearing each other down. But that gesture alone helps us. You don't have to be a light worker to give that vibration of love. You don't have to.
Yeah, I always say, smile, you might be the angel somebody needed today.
Correct.
It's one of my little sayings. And it doesn't cost you anything to smile.
Mm-mm.
So what brought on your passion to help others heal different challenges in their lives?
Well, I had a daughter that she's passed. She passed in 2015. She's what I call my earth angel. And she was a beautiful soul. And at the time, I needed love in my life. And the universe decided, okay, I'm going to give you exactly what you want. Show you what unconditional love was. And bless me with this beautiful being. And this beautiful being, being my daughter, Lacey, she was not born with a medical illness, but a doctor gave her some medicine that shut down her kidney. And I was a young mom in my 20s, and they're like, you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm saying, my daughter has a kidney issue. And the doctor's like, I'm just going to appease you. You have good insurance. I work for Aetna. So we're going to just do these tests to appease this mother. She's a first time and she's sporadic. Well, 3 weeks later, doctor calls me and says, Mrs. DeAngelo, Lacey does have some kidney problems. Or we're going to send you to a nephrologist, but we're not quite sure. And I said, okay. I already knew what it was because they were saying the creatinine levels was blah, blah, blah. So she went through a series of tests at the age of 3, and I'm pregnant. So it's like, okay, I know something is not right. So I did what they said, and I didn't trust. And at that time, I found out the medication wasn't until 2020. 21 years later, we found out the medication that they gave her at the age of 3 for just a little urinary infection had shut down her kidneys, and she had the size of a kidney of a 6-month-old even as she passed. So it made me look outside of medicine and look at alternative. But I was vegetarian, I was vegan, I was that, that, what do they call me? That uh, bohemian mom.
That's okay.
Mom. Right. There you go. I was, I nursed my daughter when it wasn't cool to nurse my daughter. I was taking her to Gymboree and doing all these spoof, as my friends would say, you're doing foo-foo stuff. Okay, whatever feeds you. But she took me to a passion of looking outside of what I was traditionally groomed to know. And I went to alternative. And she helped me develop and just always keep a step ahead when I'm saying I see something like this is not right. She got to the point when she was 20, she was like, Mother, please stop breeding me. Just stop. And I was like, but you're off balance. Let me make something for you. Mother, stop. It's like, okay. And then she would go.
Breed, honey, I understand that.
She came back and she's like,
but I tell them a mother will always be a mother.
Thank you. She got it. But she got it after a while. She got to a point and she was like, Mom, you've been 99% right. How is that? I said, I don't know. It's just I've been blessed to be able to see with other people. And I would tell her, well, this person was going to pass and this and that. So for me, it just became a normal, just if you have a problem, then I need to set up a program. That's how from her, just like, okay, we have this kidney problem. And the doctors were astonished. How did this girl live to be 23 with a 6-month-old kidney? How did she live and didn't have high blood pressure and da, 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 da? And I told her, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot let anybody know what I'm doing. I've had my daughter taken away because a doctor thought better than me and also took her from school and put her in a hospital. And I had to fight to prove that I was doing substantial good care. And we got a lawyer. My daughter was out of my home for about a week and I fought. And my daughter's lawyer and my lawyer got together and found out, no, I was doing everything possible. And the doctor that ordered the surgery, it almost killed my daughter. So her doing what she did versus what I was doing almost cost my daughter her life. But what I did is I just honed in and, it was me and my son, and we just got together and said, we're going to make this work. And she lived a very long time and doing alternative care. And I was like, if I can do this for her, and she said, Mom, you should be able to do this for other people. So then she started looking for people that had cancer. And she was the one that became the driving force behind the food. My name at the time was the Food Alchemist. I would make these food and she would get she got me connected with Dr. Thomas Lodi. And then she was like, Mom, you need to be on the radio. I was like, I don't want to be famous. It's too much pain to be famous. It's too much pain for people. I only want to be responsible for my daughter. And she said, but that's not fair to the world. And when she said that, I was like, ooh.
That's a little light worker, yes.
Ooh, I didn't like that. I said, I like doing what I'm doing. She's like, Mom, sometimes you got to be uncomfortable. Woo!
She came to teach you, didn't she?
Right.
So, you were just talking briefly about the alchemist. So can you tell us something about the alchemist culinary alchemy for healing? I'm guessing is that a cookbook?
It is a cookbook, but also an instruction for alchemy itself, because we deal with colors, we deal with vibrations, and they're basically showing you alignment. I go past the seven chakras. I go into 23 or so
22.
chakra. I think it's 22, 23. I'm not quite sure. I went beyond.
Right.
Because I want it all to connect. We have colors that connect to the vibrations. We have stones that connect to that vibration. We have emotions that connect to that vibration. We have sound that connect to that vibration of different chakras that you're trying to heal. And we're only taught about 7, and maybe they think that we only can think about 7, but there's some that are beyond that. And I tell people, even if we go beyond that, we can talk about the earth chakra. So this gives you recipes for you to heal your body with also, because it shows you like making your own shampoo. It shows you about making your own oils, your body butters. It shows you about making food that are implemented that will coordinate with whatever ailment or something that you're struggling with. So these recipes come in, I give different colors, why you want to wear different colors. And that's the same thing. So the manifestation and those go together because they complement each other. One is recipes, like how to make your own toothpaste. How many people really know about why we should not have fluoride in our toothpaste and where it was discovered and why they put it in there? A lot of people don't know. We should not have fluoride in our water. It was a scam developed by the American Dentists Association that was basically publicized by Adolf Hitler to basically destroy your body and your brain. It does have a dysfunction for our body. I know, some people are like, oh, no. Yes, please do the research and please understand why they're doing the information out there. This is something.
Every doctor's appointment that I have to go to, I'm constantly battling the doctor about, you should take this medication. I'm like, no, I'm not taking it. I'm telling you. And they're looking at me like I've lost my mind. Well, if you could live 10 years longer, I said, but you're putting chemicals in my body. I said, I'm just not going to do it. I said, I eat healthy, and my thought is always, when the good Lord says it's time to come home, I'll just go home.
There you go.
It's that simple.
It works, and that's
the cookbook. I mean, that book sounds wonderful since we're raising our vibrations and working with our 5th dimension and chakras right now.
Right.
It would be wonderful.
Right. See, and as I tell them, everything you need to heal is available. You just got to know where to search. And the thing is, I'm not going to, for me, allopathic medicine is nice and it played a part, but somewhere during its creation, it has been obstructed and it has some flaws.
Oh, I agree, honey.
So,
Claudia is asking me to ask you, can you turn your volume down just a little bit?
Okay. Ooh, how do I do that?
Because we can hear me in the background, I think.
Ooh. Okay, hold on. I gotta. I put how did I do that? I did something.
Turn down the volume on your computer.
No. I'm in somewhere else.
Maybe mute the volume on your computer.
Okay, let's see. This is, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Okay, help me, computer. Escape. Oh, wow. I am somewhere, and I don't know where I'm at. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Okay, I think I'm back. Oh, matter of fact, I am back. How's that? Wow.
Let me go ahead and read this Facebook Live comment. Mary Hayward says, if we all would send out this energy that you're discussing, we could turn the world around.
Yes.
Unmuted.
Okay. All right. Okay. Can you hear me now? Or did I go bye-bye? Uh-oh. Wow.
Saying that there's an echo.
Okay, is there echo still?
Claudia, do you still get an echo? Says she's hearing things in the background.
Oh yeah, I'm in an office. Unfortunately, I'm in an office. I'm in Hawaii and at an office in Kona. And they're talking. We shut the door. So.
Yeah, is there a door that you can shut?
Yes, she shut the door. Is that better?
Great, she says.
I'm sorry.
She's getting a lot of feedback. So, all right, well, we're moving into the last half of our show. So if you have a question for Dr. DeAngelo, please give us a call. Our lines are open at 1-516-453-9162. But first, here's a brief lineup on our schedule this week on International Angels Network. Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, June the 6th, is Angel Talk with Sue with your host, Bruce. And her guest is Carla Kraft from Buddha Farms LLC, and they will be discussing the CBD oils. Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, June 7th, Walking with Spirit with Dr. Ruth Anderson, and this is week 1 of her new mini-series, Step Into Your Power, a 4-week mini-series with her guest. Thursday is Linda Derrick. Then Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern, June 9th, with Susie Parrott, and it will be open topic show and free mini readings. And Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, June the 9th, is with our California host, Shishi O'Donnell. Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, June the 10th, with our founder, Claudia Ibarra, the Illuminated Ones, All Things Angels and More, with Crystal Dawn. Crystal Dawn is the director of the movie, the angel film, The Illuminated Ones. And it's now available on Amazon Prime, Vimeo, and you can actually buy it on DVD. And The Illuminated Ones is all things angels and more. It explores beyond the questions of the existence of angels and features real-life stories of angelic encounters. The angelic realm desires to assist you to bring healing into your life and to our planet. And this film is a must-see to elevate your personal and to elevate a global consciousness. And then Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern, June the 11th, welcome back to Neelam Minocha for Meditation Mondays with Neelam. Her return show is going to be Meditate with Buddha, What You Think, You Become. To inquire inner peace, we must go within. Do not seek without. In the channel of meditation, she will be bringing in the beautiful energy of Buddha and his wisdom during the meditation journey. And then you can join me back here next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, and that's June the 12th, for Light Language and its practical uses for the modern day shaman with my guest, Yvonne Perry. And let's see. Okay, Claudia is sending me a message that says Neelam may not be on Monday. So check your schedule on the International Angels Network, and you will see. All right, so you can join me back here next Tuesday, June the 12th, for Light Language and its practical uses in the modern day shaman, and my special guest will be Yvonne Terry. You can connect with me at www.internationalangelsnetwork.com/Diane, D-I-A-N-N-E, if you have any questions. And I'm happy to be in service. You can listen to my shows there and find out what local workshops I'm doing, and I'd love to hear from you. So, Dr. DeAngelo, will you tell our listeners how they can get in touch with you?
Oh, okay. Yes, they can go to Dr. Cesily DeAngelo, public figure, and they'll be able to find me on Facebook, or just put in Dr. Cesily DeAngelo, and I'll pop up all over the place. So I'm on Instagram, Twitter, trying to think what else, LinkedIn, VK, YouTube, you name it. So for those that don't know how to spell my name, it is Dr. and it's Cesily, is C-E-S-I-L-Y, DeAngelo, D-E-A-N-G-E-L-O, and that's PhD. If you look up on there, Dr. Cesily DeAngelo, that's spelled C-E-S-I-L-Y, DeAngelo. So for out there, that's how you get in touch with me. Just look me up, just put in that, and you'll be able to find me on my many pages of social.
Okay, and if you didn't catch that, guys, look on the discussion session on the event page for tonight's episode, and it will give all of Dr. DeAngelo's information. Okay, it looks like we have several people that are on the phone, but they're just listening. So let's talk a little more. How about that?
Sounds great.
You were talking about the alchemist culinary alchemy for healing, and I'm just like really enthralled with that. So, isn't it true that we can all be an alchemist?
Yes. If we really look at it, we all can be alchemists by the way that we care for our body and by the way that we treat others. Alchemy is so much more than we give credit for. We just think it's one vibration, but it's a multitude of vibrations and a multitude of modalities for healing. And not only healing yourself, but reaching others and giving them the love that they need as well.
So could you go into a little bit more detail about the modalities?
Okay.
Are you talking about all types of healing modalities?
Well, for me, okay, something as simple, and I know people think it's crazy, something so simple as makeup we put on our body. Do you know what the compounds in it and what it does to your body? So something as making it from nature and something as using minerals to actually heal, you know what I mean? Instead of camouflaging, it actually goes in the body and healing. That's also in the book too, which I meant to say. There's makeup, how to make your own makeup, and alchemy, culinary alchemist for healing. So you'll get those recipes because I believe that's all part of it. The makeup that you use, the food that you eat, how we treat our children. Oh gosh. How we treat our children and how we give them positive affirmations. And some of us don't know how to do that because we were not, how do I put it? We're not raised.
Right, we weren't brought up that way.
Right.
Exactly.
So I call it programming. So we got to.
Well, yeah, I call it attunement to society.
So we have to rethink, and what I call for the Alchemist book, the reason I said it's retraining your brain, because you got to reprogram what you have learned and erase that data and inform it and fill it up with new data, because what you do is your habits that you learn from years, they're habits. You do it out of habit, like eating certain sugars, certain foods. So when you change those habits and it becomes a lifestyle, it takes 21 days for you to actually learn and regroup and adjust to your new lifestyle. 21 days consecutively. So you have to do that. Right. So people think, oh my gosh, 21 days is not that long. So when you wake up and you say this affirmation, I am love, or I am part of the universe and the universe is part of me, and I give love, so love is always coming to me. You're stating that and you're putting that vibration out when you first wake up. When you say that I am love, because we're all love, but how we express that love is totally different. How we connect with that love. Us even putting a gemstone, like everybody loves the rose quartz and they want the rose quartz for like this, like love, to get my true love. No, rose quartz opens your heart to get to the love, the connection to self-love.
To love yourself.
Right. Yeah. So it enhances that when you're vibrating at that vibration of love. Then you're going to attract more people that love you, more people that understand and vibrate at that vibration. And don't be fooled. You're going to be, some people that are going to be attracted to you are even going to be on a different vibration because they're trying to understand. So that is alchemy. You know, that in itself, how you vibrate, how you walk, how you carry yourself, you're vibrating at that energy level and you're giving your all with everything you do. So whatever you do, how you speak, how you write, how you approach people, that is alchemy. So if you want to
Right,
turn something,
exactly.
you want to turn something around, okay, don't think of getting that box like, okay, I'm dealing with this and you're going through all these struggles. Okay, now that I know my situation, now I'm going to deal with it. These are the tools I have and this is what I'm going to do. Instead of sitting with the lemons and just being bitter about the lemons being bitter, how about making a lemon pie? How about making a lemonade? How about making some lemon sherbet? How about some taking lemon and making a facial? I mean, right.
Change the thought process.
Right.
Okay, we've got a Facebook Live question for you.
Okay.
It says, I really don't want to have, this is Belinda Mayers, I really don't want another back surgery, but my left hip is in pain and my left thigh is going numb. Is there anything I can do to help myself?
I can give you, okay, this is one I should always say. I am not a medical licensed doctor. So the advice I can give you are suggestions that I've tried, and you take them full-heartedly. I am a doctor of can't even speak right now. A metaphysician doctor, which is a metaphysician doctor. So I'm going to give you suggestions, and what you do is up to you to take it. But if I was you, you talk with your doctor. You know my opinions on doctors, but that is just me, not you. You're responsible, and we're all grown people. So that's the best way. The first thing I would do is figure out, I would actually counsel to figure out where you're coming from, what your health is, your diet is, your environment is, and some things that you could probably take. Something as simple as camphor, something as simple as peppermint oil. These are things that release. These are lavenders. It could relieve the nerves. So it's a lot more. For me, I would be one-on-one with you and figure out what you're doing and working with your doctor. That's what a metaphysician does, works with the doctor, getting your notes, and we work together as a team because that's what they know. You have somebody on your team. That's what I do, if that's what you need.
Great.
So that is a suggestion.
We have got a caller on the line, area code 843. Area code 843. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening. My name is Eddie, and I'm calling from the Carolinas, South Carolina, to be specific.
That's right.
Can I be heard?
Hi, Eddie. Good evening. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear him, Dr. DeAngelo?
Say that again.
Did you hear him?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Eddie from the Carolinas.
Hello.
Eddie, what's your question this evening, dear?
To talk about cleansing and emanating love. I really like, when she said that. But what are some good products as far as cleansing yourself, not just externally but internally? Unmuted. Does she have a suggested remedy for that?
Of course I do. Okay, if you want to cleanse your gallbladder, your kidney, your liver, any organ, they all need to be cleansed, and I do have that. What I would suggest to first start off, which it's very horrible tasting, so I want to make you be aware of this, and sometimes it has a little griping. So this is an old true blue. It's called Cascara Sagrada. That cleans you out from head to toe. It's an old, as we say.
Can you spell that, please?
Cascara Sagrada. Okay, Cascara Sagrada. Oh my gosh, I haven't. C-A-S-A Sagrada. Oh gosh. You know what? I'm going to look it up because I have it all the time. Forgive me, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
I want to spell it right. Cascara Sagrada.
Yes, she spelled it right. C-A-S-A.
Here is some information about love.
C-A-R-A.
Thank you.
S-A-G-R-A-D-A.
No, thank you.
So, Eddie, are you aware of that product?
Yeah, it does say What's bitter to the taste is good for the soul.
This is true. This is true.
That's what I've always heard.
So,
Does that
hello.
answer your question, Eddie, or did you have something else?
You.
Yeah. Is it possible to like make a pot full and bathe in that also? Is that like something that you could also bathe in? Because I know it's very important to cleanse the inside of you,
Right.
but also I know you need to do an auric cleanse also. As far as your exterior, and then your energy should be free flowing to draw in more of that love that the caller had asked about. And just like what you're saying with the rose quartz, it's more clarity, emanation of your intent also,
True.
which is that alchemy that you spoke of. So can you bathe in that cascara also?
Okay. Yes, I can.
Angela, can you bathe in it? I mean, I've
Yes.
soaking your feet in things, but I've never not bathing.
Yes, you can. You can actually do that. Basically, what you would do is what I would suggest you do is, okay. I pushed the volume. I'm sorry. I got a little message. What you would do is I would mix it with dandelion, the Cascara Sagrada with dandelion leaf. And that is another detoxification. It actually detoxifies the liver, which is good. And what I would do is I would boil them together, and I would also put a little parsley, because parsley also gets rid of heavy metals. So I would put them in together, and I would just boil them in a pot with 1 gallon of water. And the water is very important. You don't want to get water that is fluoride. You want to get basically either spring water or ionized water. And what you want to do is boil the herbs in there and let it simmer up and boil. And then you just basically take a bath in it. Get rid of the leaves. You can either put it in a tea bag, or you can actually put it in a what is that? The nut bag. You can put it in a nut bag as well. Or you can just boil it in a big pot, like 1 gallon or 2 quarts or whatever you have. Boil it in there and let it seep. And then what you do is you put it in the water. You can even do a mustard bath. A mustard bath actually gets rid of some detoxins as well. When you have a cold, my Nona would make a mustard pack and put it on your chest. So these are some old true stuff.
So are these recipes in your book, The Alchemist Culinary Alchemy for Healing?
Yes, some of them are, and some of them are not. Hello? Uh-oh. I thought I heard somebody.
Eddie, are you still there?
Yes, my little people just came in the house.
So yes, some of the recipes are in there, like I said, the makeup, and also how to clean your house and stuff like that. So it's a lot more, like I said, extensive. But yes, especially for detoxification, I always want to give you a recipe for detoxification. It's very important for you to do that. And also, it's just simple as just eating Benadine clay. That's something that you can add. These are just simple things that touch the organs and actually bring them to life. So people wouldn't think, Benadine clay, they've been using since the earlier since the beginning of time, probably. And if you live down south, you know that some people crave to eat the red clay when they're pregnant. So, that red clay has iron that are.
I did when I was a kid.
Right. So, but it's your body was craving the iron, that red clay, and that's what your body needed.
Right.
So some people, the people that are eating ice, I'm saying this for a reason. This is why you're anemic. You need to get stronger bones, stronger blood with maybe some beets and some char. All of this, that's what you need. Just start supplementing. liquid form, not pill form. Pill forms are having a hard time breaking down in our body. We excrete more than we actually use.
Claudia is asking, did you say tar?
No.
T-A-R?
Tar. No. Benadine clay. Char. C-H-A-R-D. Char. Char is...
char, like turnip green.
Right.
That's like Swiss chard.
Yes.
Yeah,
There
char.
you go. Yes, Swiss char.
Okay. All right, Eddie, did that answer your question?
I had another one, but I lost it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you for
that's what
calling.
it was. One more question.
Okay,
So,
really quick.
I read something in reference to, just like what you're speaking to, juicing your vegetables and things like that. That would be basically like a liquid vitamin, correct? And I'll be satisfied with that.
Yes, it's a liquid vitamin, but also you lose some of the nutrients when you do with certain juicers because they're not the full compound. You're not receiving all the appropriate juices in that liquid form. All depends on your juicer because you need those compounds to actually get the full effect, like beta carotene, the chlorophyll from like the Swiss chard, the spinach, the iron. And let me also say, when you're eating iron, you need to actually connect it with the vitamin C because the vitamin C and the iron work good together, all like vitamin D. You need those combination to make it your body strong.
So what's the best juicer to use?
We're not supposed to be name dropping.
I use a pulse juice. The pulse out. That's why I'm asking which is the best one to use. I is asking the same, which was the best juicer.
Well, my favorite one is the Champion juicer. Because I can make ice cream, banana ice cream. Before anybody got this craze about this, coconut ice cream, I was eating banana ice cream back in the 80s. Where you just freeze it and you put it through the Champion juicer and it comes out. You put the frozen strawberries, you got strawberry banana ice cream, no sugar added. Very delicious.
There you go. Okay, Eddie, thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you for such a wonderful show. Thank you, Dr. DeAngelo.
You're welcome.
Okay, we have another caller, area code 585. Caller, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Diane. It's Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
From South Florida.
This is Lisa from South Florida, Dr. DeAngelo. We've got about 5 minutes.
Oh, geez. Sorry.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, Lisa from South Florida. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great.
I had a doctor's appointment tonight. That helped to catch the last 25 minutes.
Muted.
But I didn't hear where your book is available. That's what I wanted to find out because it sounds very interesting with the alchemy.
Well, good, because then I won't get to ask that question since we're going toward the end of the show. Hi, Angela. Where can they find your book?
You can find my book on Amazon. You can find my book at Barnes and Nobles. You can also find my book on Facebook and go to my website, Dr. Cesily DeAngelo, and you can order it from there if you like.
Okay. I'm going to friend you on Facebook. Your program sounds, all the stuff that you do sounds fascinating, and I'm sorry that I missed the first half of the show. I'm going to have to listen to the replay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. I look forward to this.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, I'll be in Florida soon, so maybe I'm working on a workshop out there. So that would be wonderful.
That's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about. So.
See?
I'm telling you, divine timing.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys hook up on Facebook and make it happen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we have another. Lisa, is that all, sweetie?
Yep, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, hon. Have a good night. Area code 929. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi. Royal calling from Connecticut. I'm calling for. Sorry, I didn't catch your name. I'm sorry, Soraya from Connecticut. Dr. DeAngelo, can you hear her? What's your question, sweetie?
Yes.
My question. Oh, hi, Doctor. My question is more geared towards my career workspace environment. There's a lot of tension, so I just want to know, do you see it clearing up anytime soon?
Do I see it?
We're not doing readings this evening, but I know that Dr. DeAngelo can tell you how to clear up your workspace.
Yes. Well,
that's one of her workshops.
Yes, basically, what I would do, because there's a lot of tension and I can hear it in your voice. First of all, I would suggest you start drinking some chamomile and peppermint tea at night. That is one thing, to relax your mind. And also, I would start saying some positive affirmations before you get there. And also another thing I would suggest is basically maybe having, I don't know, some people work in a place that they can't have certain aromas around, but if you have lemon and orange essential oil or even the scent of it, it can change the environment and the mood of the people in the place. And also having a plant in your workspace, in your cubicle, in your area somehow to bring life, because it actually brings that energy that you need, because you need a change. And those are some of the things that you can do to change. See, I would sit down and do an extensive conversation of exactly, where you want to go. But I'm going to leave this with you. I see that you're actually going to feel like you need to go through a different career option, if that makes sense, if you will, like you need to change positions. So that's what I see that needs to happen.
Thank you.
You're welcome, love.
Thank you, Saran. Have a good evening, hon. You too, lady. Thank you very much. Okay, so we have running out of time here, Dr. DeAngelo. It's been great having you here, and I want to thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, and thank you for allowing me to share your platform.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you all for listening. I'm Diane Morgan. Join me back here next week for more Angel Navigation. Until then, I'm sending you love and healing on Angel Week. Have a great week. God bless. And good night, all.
I have to have my earphones. I didn't have earphones. And she was like in the background. I was like, yeah, because usually I have a mic when I'm at home. I bet. But like I said, these are stuff my daughter does. She goes, Mom, she has the computer all set up. I don't have to do anything. I've gotten spoiled. I'm looking out. I was like, I'm a brat. I'm a real brat. Yeah. Eddie, that's my brother, the one that was asking questions. So, yeah. He's on a lot of the shows. I muted myself. Yeah, now I'm sorry. Wow. Okay.
I hope you couldn't hear us through that wall.
They could. That's what she was saying. Oh my God, I can hear you. And I was like, okay, it's all good. What's happened?
Some of us send him home. We just wanted some computer stuff.
It's okay.
Being quiet at you.
No, it's all good. I mean, I put it on YouTube. We put it on Facebook. We'll see what happens. It would be nice to connect with somebody to do some workshops, because I've been trying to get that.
And when I walked in there, I heard her voice. I was like, I used to listen to this woman. Yeah, Angel Network. She's still on NPR?
I don't know.
I think I'm that. I used to listen to New Dimensions, I think, kind of took over.
A lot of stuff, like they're not.
NPR really changed their platform in the last year.
See, I told people before there was a Blog Talk, there was this show called...
She's been forever, the Angel Network. That's been forever. But, yeah.
She was like, you're good. And I was like, she was like, we're going to have you back in a couple months. I said,
oh, good. Well, you're really personable. I would, suggest that you would think of typical questions that if you look back and review your shows, people tend to ask the same questions. So instead of flustered and laugh, nervous laugh, I don't think it comes off that way, but I know you enough that there's some nervousness and there's some like, oh shit, I don't have my stuff together. But have that ready, and have your links, or say like, how you said your spelling, and say yes, and it'll be also, the link will be at the bottom of this, and she kind of rescued you on that. She's a really good facilitator. But I think that, you could be open to throw in a few recipes that could be in the bottom of her blog or however she has it posted. So like, if I always found it and listened to it, like I always look at the transcripts on those kind of things too. And sometimes people will give you a little bite and say, you know what, since that seems to be a really hot one this time, that whatever Carso whatever, let me like email her and go, put that on there, bottom of the link. Because it's a teaser to like, I'm going to hit her link. She gave me this one. Then I can get some others from her or buy her book and get others. I'm just thinking, a bite, a commercial bite. So I'm thinking in the business mind. So in that sense, that's a good way to throw it out there. Because the whole time you're really selling yourself, but you're also educating the community as well. That when, it was good that you did the disclaimer of, not a medical, this is this, do that. I said, but but stop, and I think you could have re-emphasized more of, what I want to share with you is things that you can do daily to keep, to be preventative or to decrease these discomforts in your life. I don't know if I was in here, if you shared about your health process. Some of these things are topical. Some of these things are things that, like you said, 21 days, things that you need to be committed to do daily. Right. And you will see a difference. And that instead of the instantaneous pharmaceutical type that may work immediately, but we do know it's short term. Right. And you become, instead of go, like your mom said, eat well, exercise, everything in moderation. But these are also things that if you look at my book, is the wisdoms that's given to me from my forefathers or mothers, or however you want to use that word. Right. And they're like, oh, because I don't know, that's what I like to listen to in here. So then I'm like, yeah, give me something new that works. Like, I never got to get the boob cream from you. I thought about you today. I was jumping jacking.
Yeah, my boobs are like kind of funny.
Have you been, did you use it?
Yes,
did you test it? How'd that go?
But my brother was like, what are you doing? Because I was doing something. He was like,
Angel made me do this boob lube.
Yeah. I didn't call it boob. I said breast lifting.
Well, and this is what, it must increase my confidence. I did that from, I am, God help, it's me, Margaret. What is it? God help me, Margaret. What's that book?
Oh my God.
It's me, Margaret, it's me, whatever.
Yeah.
Because that's actually, she does it in it. And it's actually, because you can see mine. It's this muscle, that's why. Right. 2, 3, 4, 5. And you actually should be doing those all the time. Just like a Kegel. But I think, this is really good. Like, I just started Monday. I'm going to try out this 4-minute exercise one. It came up. Oh my God, I'm already like hurting. I put it this morning, did one day, and I did it this morning. Mm-hmm. It's a 4-minute exercises. It's basically the basic military, ones. So it was like squats, push-ups, but I actually hold it for a while, do like a yoga plank, and then do some push-ups, and then lunges, jumping jacks. What's the other one? Oh, and I do this weird one. It's actually, I'd found before, which is true. I already know it's true because it's a physical therapy one before I had kids, and it's so this guy, he was a martial arts. Well, I feel that it's like if I ever came and got back way in shape, I would totally come in shape, because like this cycle of being a woman, from being something that was a super athlete to now this wrecked mother.
Oh, I get you.
And stresses of life that kept me from going immediately back. But anyway, this guy, so he does this, and he had injured himself really bad, and he was an athlete guy, an Asian guy, and he's on YouTube, but it's tilt, right? It's always that posture. Hold that core, and then this 4 in, 6 out. And you're putting that pressure on the back foot. And you're just doing that 6 times, and then I actually switch and do more on this side. But what you're doing is you're pushing it all in that core. You get the thing. But so it's really a back strengthener here,
Right.
which is, I already know enough about physiology that it's, if you got to straighten these, you strengthen these. They go together. It's a girdle, and a lot of people don't realize that. So just doing this exercise, doing 4 up and about 7, 8 down. That's all you got to do. You don't have to do sit-ups. And that's why I just found this 4-minute whatever, and I'm like, because I haven't bothered to get I have my old books sitting out there since I moved in January, or actually the whole 2.5 years about, I've been back, 2.5 years. To August, is a lady, I used to do her workout in between workouts because I was a workout fanatic, but I'm more interested now because when she wrote the book, she was like over 50. Wow. So,
not Denise Austin, not Denise Austin.
No, this is she's older than her. She's more of an aerobic camp queen. But
yes.
But there's another my friend just sent me is not to be doing high cardio over 40. It doesn't work. So I have to send you this one. This guy's perfected it. And it's basically what this woman used to do all the time. So it's a lot of low weight. It's basically a low weight, high repetition.
Okay.
And she does every muscle group. But I used to do it back in the day, and I've done it in between since my kids, and I can't get into it because I got to spend. It's an hour, basically, upper body, lower body. And I'm not physically there to do it, or motivated, or committed, all of these things, right? So the 4-minute one's working great right now. I will get back to her. But I used to do them all the time. I used to do it all the time just because I in between, I couldn't stop doing when I wasn't doing something else. I was like, but I already had so much muscles that it was not a big deal. And it was a toner. She's actually, that's what she does. It's actually a bodybuilding. It's actually almost to a bodybuilding. It's bodybuilding with low reps. Remember the fitness ladies that used to be like that? So she's as that fit. But she gives a lot of the tips. Same things. I don't know. I guess I just know too much, but a lot. But you were really good about what I can bring it in. It's not just what you eat. I just even going back with the whole Abraham Hicks more every day to me too is like everything that's coming at you. Toxic people, media, the Wi-Fi ban, whatever. Do you ever have that downtime? I think that's why we have such a popularity in these meditation, I've noticed, on apps. It's just take that time out for yourself, which we don't anymore. We don't eat with intention. We eat, don't be looking at the phone, turn to the computer. Enjoy 30 freaking minutes to yourself. And it sounds silly, but you have to train yourself again. Even if you have to put it in your Google Calendar and it's lunch, and in there it says, turn off all your gadgets, silence everything, and enjoy every biteful, every great, gracious thing that comes into you. I used to work with this guy in Lanai, and he used to drive me nuts with this one supposed to be, but you might drive me nuts because he was right. So it would be at the top of the hill, down 20 minutes later, still eating that damn moose beef. I used to watch him masticate, and I'm thinking, you're definitely getting those 32 chomps in. I'm sitting in the back seat, and and he's lean, good Hawaiian, just very, and I was thinking, and I always thought, but especially when we get caught up in life and mothers and rushing and doing all this, we're just going and throwing shit in and not knowing. So you do need to stop and come back, or you finally come to now there's 30 minutes later, I always got swollen ankles now. I got all this. I caused it. So where do we start going back? Oh, I'm following Dr. Berg too. So doing what's called apple cider vinegar more intently, and every day at least 3 times. Actually, 3 times a day. He suggests 3 times a day, 2 teaspoons. Every each meal. He suggests not 6. I was listening to him about his reasoning between not the 6 and spreading it out. So you're right. just my own trial and error. I'm like, you're right, because I grew up with 3 meals and that's it.
You can't eat like that.
Yeah, and he has those so. But I think I'm missing. I'm gonna order from him is the whole wheatgrass thing, and he made a good one. Even though it's powder form, but you know what, my lifestyle is better this way and all that. You have to evaluate. So.
Well, and it was the moringa to my diet like yesterday.
Turmeric, I take in the morning. 7 o'clock, I do I do like a vinaigrette, turmeric, tea. Oh, I put some cayenne pepper in there.
Yeah,
get that metabolism going again that I so miss. I was one of those you could just throw garbage down me and it was out.
I told my son I've gained 6 pounds. He's like, what? I said, I'm stressed. And then she's like, oh, well, your lupus is active. I know it's active.
Yeah.
She's like, what do you mean?
Yeah, and that was something you had said there too, and I thought you could emphasize that if you go back and listen to your recording was that you were saying something like, but you didn't say like but I felt like you needed to say, that's your body telling you. They're indicators. That's your body saying, hello, just as easy as, oh, I've been thirsty for the last hour. Yeah, you're dehydrated, so you're behind 8 hours. So same thing, your body keeps giving you these little signals of this and that. Because most of those aren't born with any really thing chronic, I don't believe. I've never seen a pattern of, I think the majority of people are born pretty healthy, and a lot of it's been environmental, self-stress,
some of them
hereditary
drug addicts,
this, yeah.
I just said, tell me you got to do what you got to do.
Right, but if you have that, okay, well we're pumped that different. But for the maybe average human, yeah, we keep out of balance, So how do you get back to balance? And we live a very commercial world now that makes us hit out of balance and stupid commercials in the middle of the night. I remember, I think I must have been 20 when commercials in the middle of the night marketed you, and then purposely with the pizzas and the gooeys, I'm like, oh my God. And I usually didn't, I slept through the night, but later, and I did a thing when I was like 17, 18, I reversed, I had to do for myself was a study of, so I was my own testing too, was I stayed up I reversed my clock. Mm-hmm. So living the opposite, and those health factors that will come in when you stay up all night. But we're a lot of interesting talk radio at that night, I'll tell you. Yeah. I usually go on the San Francisco channel. I learned about these interesting children with disease that are photosensitive,
right?
Or what it's called. But but it's not good for you, and it's hard over time. But the same, I think people, we just keep going and we don't question why we do what we do. Why do we have to work 7 days a week? Why do we have to work all hours? Why, because we're keeping up with corporate told us to do, instead of as a community saying, fuck you all, I'm sorry, it's Andy Griffin days, and it's Monday through Friday, and that's that. You know what? The bank's closed. Who cares? Find something. You know what? When you take everything away, people still survive, I think.
Well, the thing is, they don't do this.
We've plugged ourselves in way too much what normal is, and it's not normal. No. And then now we're here grasping, like that lady about her hip. We're grasping way later. How can I do this? I hear it from my dad, and this and that. My mom, she snickers and this and that. Like, yeah, but you're also pharmaceutically drugged up. Woman, shut up.
My girlfriend I talked to Brianna, and she was telling me, she was like, Ceci, you're so brave. And I said, why? She said, you'll pick up and move anywhere. And
that's right.
And I said, well, the thing is,
what's interesting? It's funny that you say that, brave. I never thought that was a brave thing until somebody told me that too. I think when my kids were like 1 and 3. So there's a girl I went to, you're so brave. You know what I mean? You just go. Like, me and my brother, people that we kind of grew up with elementary, they view us as brave. And I was like, huh?
Because they set their patterns. What's that? Never had those.
Sesame things. Oh, it's not from them. I just use in the jar.
Oh, okay. No wheat in it.
I don't know. Maybe.
Don't take no chances. I've been.
Oh, okay. No.
I've been doing that gluten thing, and
no, you shouldn't. You got lupus.
So they were like,
I can push this a little longer.
Yeah, so my brother was like, what's going on? I said, I'm really, you know, I can really feel what's going on. I was telling him about the Bob. And he's like, did anybody respond on Facebook to your thing? I was like, no, nobody responded. I said, why didn't you?
Yeah, I have a 7 o'clock on, me and my little son, metal, you know, whole mouth. Like if I licked a pole. I just go to I don't know if he's in today, but my chiropractor, he just asked me again yesterday. And she was saying, I said, he's kind of taking an informal poll. I'm like, well. I said, when I was gone and I came back, being away, how much I can right away. I'm very sensitive to it. I notice my younger is. And I said, oh no, I'm here. I'm very swollen all the time. Even before all this has gone on in this month. You know, I don't know, I hit a hormone phase. I said, yeah, last year, I grew, like I told you, I think right from I gained 20 pounds in 3 months, like that. I wasn't even doing nothing different. I wasn't even drinking. So, I mean, there's hormone things too. That's why I was like kind of following Dr. Berg. But a lot of things I already know, and I know that I'm not doing, which is not helping. But there has to come a time that people like figure it out. It's like, I hate that my kids live back in this. Especially in Kona, we're back to them. Even there's more fast foods. There's more food you just get from the store that's preservatives. And like I see the one, I watch him really crave those. That's why I didn't want my older one was over with my mom, and she's like always thinks bagels. I'm like, that's hyperglycemic food. You know, you're just causing insulin resistance. You know, you're all about this healthy breakfast, and it starts the day and fills us in. I said, but those are simple carbs that aren't helpful. So it's like versus he was a definitely berry guy. He's an A+ thing. There's all this stuff. You just got to pull it together and works for you. I was hoping you were going to plug that pain stuff you gave me, that green goo. That stuff you said it makes a while. I think there's charcoal in it.
Yeah.
That shit, I'll tell you. It's like a liquor smell. I don't know what the hell you do and how long, but I'm going to tell you, keep that on the market because that stuff is...
Say that's in my brother.
That stuff is good.
Well, that's part of the
I
thing.
will have to say, I don't have time to make that, but I would buy that from you all the time. It's really, after a nice hot bath, I was thinking what your brother said, and soaking, as long as ingesting as well as soaking, and then putting in this. But a lot of people need to realize there's also patience. It's an everyday giving love to your body and let going of the past and what your mind's holding on to. You got to be careful. Abraham, I have just one disagreement with you if I call it. Abraham Hicks says, you can't keep saying, I am.
Are we still live?
She's actually against that I am part.
I think we're still live.
Oops. Are you listening to me? Sorry for cussing. This is what I ponder all day. We all should be healthy all the time.
You're funny.
Raise that love vibration.
You're funny. I didn't know it was live, but then again, I don't know where I'm at. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with my computer. It's like,
I told you X that out.
I don't know how to.
Yeah, but
hold on. I love my brother. He's like,
is he hearing us?
No, I don't think so.
Why was he saying already live?
No, someone else was saying we're live. I was
nice
on.
Voice.
Oh, women go crazy over my big brother. He's a nice. I love that I'm blessed to have him as a big brother.
So she wrote a book. This chick right here.
Yeah, she did.